Yo, 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 how's it going, guys? I'm the Bear from the XWF. I thought I was going to do another review for you guys tonight, and that one is EWE S3 Royal Rumble. Now, first up, we're going to check out the match card. Now, first of all, we've got, to be fair, I really like the card for this pay-per-view. I'm going to say that right now. It's got some really good lineup. Opening the show was Young Cash and Lulu. Now, let me just say something. I'm a big Lulu fan. I've been a Lulu fan for a long time. And, you know, he's a guy that I've always kept my eyes on when he was doing other federations and stuff. And, yeah, I went into this hoping Lulu would come out on top, and these guys did deliver. You know, there was some high-flying action, there was some heavy action. Just in general, you know, these guys went at each other, and it was a great way to start the show. And then, you know, Young Cash just leaves. He just walks out on the freaking match, and I was like, he just freaking walked out. You know, it's not Lulu's fault, obviously, so I'm guessing Lulu gets the victory via DQ or count out. But up to that point, it was a really good match. Shame about the ending, but that's down to Young Cash and not down to Lulu. I give the match a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a really good way to open the show. I thought these two guys went at each other very well. It was a shame about the ending. You know, if they had a clean finish there, I would have been more engaged, ready for it. But like I said, it's not Lulu's fault, it's Young Cash fault. So, little message to Young Cash: stop being a goddamn pussy. All right, moving on. The next match we had on the card was the EWE Championship match, which was it was Antho versus AJ Rays. Now, I'm familiar with both these guys. You know, you know me, I follow the Undiscovered Core talent a lot, and both of these guys crop up a lot of the time. You know, they're both very respected guys, so I understand why they were in this match. Antho, basically, if I remember correctly, came back from his injury at EWE TLC, and he defeated AJ Rays for the championship. And AJ has basically just gone out of his way to say that win is irrelevant. It doesn't count. It doesn't mean anything. So, Antho, you wait until EWE S3 Royal Rumble, and I'm going to take you down, basically, and become the 3-time EWE champion. So there was a bit of back and forward, a bit of banter between the guys. You know, Antho basically came out and said, prior to the Royal Rumble, that after he's done with AJ Rays, you know, he's going to be needing medical treatment. He's going to be out injured. You know, basically it was heated. These guys wanted to go at each other. And, you know, I think we all know when you got two guys of this quality, the match, it was a good match. You know, this was a very tight match. It started with Antho just getting on top of it, just hammering him with punches. And, you know, Antho was very physical. He was throwing all sorts of clotheslines and punches. AJ started making a comeback with some scoop slams, a neckbreaker drop kick to the back, a very nice hip toss DDT. A bit later on as the match went on, Antho started fighting back, but again, AJ Rays cut him down with some springboard type maneuvers. There was a massive dive to the outside. They started teasing a table spot, but no, nothing came of that, which I was quite pleased about, because as a commentator myself, I hate it when you put people through the frickin' tables, because then I have to stand up with no table. So, you know, that's just me being a commentator. Ignore that. The fans love the table spots. Keep doing them, people. Antho, he went for his RKO sort of maneuver. AJ kicked out of it, reversed it into his own, but he got caught out by another one. And Antho retained the title. Very good match. Very, very good match. I don't know why this match was put so early on the card. You know, that's down to EWE's own preferences. But I'm going to say it was a good move, you know. I know a lot of federations, especially me, wouldn't dream of putting such a prestigious title so early on in the card, but the fans were so behind it. You know, they were really behind this match. It got the fans ready. I do sort of understand maybe you didn't want the title match right before the Royal Rumble. Fair enough. But, you know, Antho and AJ Rays, they went out there. They gave it everything they had. And Antho retained the title. Very good match. Really enjoyed it. I actually gave the match a 9 out of 10. You know, it was really added prestigious to the title, and it was a great match. Right, so up next we had PJ Skills versus Mart War. Now, again, after TLC, Mart wore in the EWE, was furious. He went to the boss, and he said, I want a rematch of Royal Rumble. Mr. McFarlane basically said to him, look, I'm going to give you the freaking shot. So, that was that. But then, this is the bit which I love, alright? I love this bit. Yeah, you can have your shot, but your briefcase is on the line. This is what I love, man, because at this point, right, Mart War's face goes from like, yeah, I've got a shot, I've got another match at Royal Rumble to, oh shit, my fucking briefcase is on the line. So, yeah, I love that. Mr. McFarlane, I will buy you a drink if I ever meet you. Yeah, PJ Skills basically says he will take the briefcase and he will become the EWE champion. So that was like the brief build up to this match. Now, I'm going to tell you about this match. I thought this match was really good. You know, bear in mind these guys had to follow Antho and AJ Ray's prior, which was an absolutely ridiculous match. You know, that was really good. Title on the lines. These guys had a lot to follow. There was some high-flying action. There was some heavy-hitting moves. You know, Mart War was hitting T-bone suplexes. They were trying to roll each other up. It was going backwards and forwards. But, nope. They both kept kicking out. They weren't about to fall for such cheeky pins. And then, this is the thing, right? Freaking, I was watching the match, right? And, PJ Skills, he goes up top. He goes for a frog splash. And he takes down the referee. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was really surprised. And then AJ Ray's comes down with a steel chair, throws it into PJ Skills, who hits Mart Warren between the eyes. The referee gets up. PJ goes for the cover, but luckily Mart War kicks out, and then Mart War just turns into a freaking machine. Shoulder blocks AJ Ray's off the apron. He goes over like a freaking steamroller over PJ Skills, and he only freaking locks in his ankle lock with a grapevine on it. And PJ, he's in pain, man. He's scraping on the mat. You know, this move is just sending sharp pain, and he taps out. So Mart War picks up the victory, and I'm telling you now, man, Mart War looked like a freaking monster in this match. You know, he took a steel chair shot to the eyes, and I'm like, oh, it's over. It's as good as over, and he kicks out. And then he takes on everyone. He takes on both the guys, and he delivers moves that just out of nowhere, and PJ's done, man. PJ's done. So Mart War, I'm gonna buy you a drink if I ever see you, man, because that was crazy. Fair play to this guy. Fair play to Mart War. You know, I think, like I said earlier, this match had to follow Antho and AJ Ray's, and that match blew the roof off the place. PJ and Mart War, it was a good match. It was a very good match. But I gave it 7 out of 10. You know, like I say, following Antho and AJ Ray's, it's a very, very hard match to follow. And PJ and Mart War, they went out. It was good. It wasn't as good as Antho and AJ Ray's. 7 out of 10 I gave it. Moving on, so we have the Bro Code versus the Union, and I think it's no secret I'm a massive fan of Bro Code, especially Kid Wild. Kid Wild's been on the XWF before. Yeah, that's my show. He's been on there before. I'm a massive fan of Kid Wild. I think he's a very talented man. I think Bro Code are one of the best tag teams out there. I'm not gonna lie, you know. As a man like myself, I'm very old school. I love tag team wrestling. And yeah, Bro Code is definitely one of the best tag teams out there as far as I'm concerned. So I was rooting for Bro Code the whole time. Now, Genji and Kid Wild were going all out. Kid Wild was a legal man to start. He was just all over the Union, but eventually the Union got the tag in. They started taking the fight to Kid Wild. I was rooting. I was like, come on, Kid Wild, come on. And then he got the hot tag on Genji. Genji came in, started going hard, but then again, the Union turned it against him. It wasn't until Genji did that frickin', it's like a springboard moonsault into a DDT, drive him into the mat. Fans go absolutely nuts. I stand up in my chair because I still don't know how he does that goddamn move. And then Bro Code started taking control. Kid Wild's way in control, hitting spine busters and everything. Until the guy from the Union, I don't know his name, I gotta apologize for that, it's the guy in the blue one piece, poked Kid Wild in the eye. And I'm like, oh man, come on. Don't poke him in the goddamn eye. You know, it's such a loser. Either way, that's a massive tide turner because at this point the Union are just decimating Bro Code, just destroying Kid Wild. They did that move where he throws him up, catches him in the small drop, plants him down. And I'm like, oh man, the Union have got this in the bag at this point. Ginji gets the hot tag, he's in. The Union cut him down. And, you know, the Bro Code just can't seem to get a second, but then Ginji, he turns it around, he hits that massive corkscrew move off the top rope, and I'm like, it's over, kick out on 2. And I'm like, God, man, this match is, at this point, this match is going hard, man. Like, these guys are working their asses off, the fans are really responding to it, and I'm like, this is what tag team wrestling should be. You know, I'm not familiar with the Union, but, they're going hard, you know, they're holding their weight against Bro Code, and these guys are going all over it. Bro Code start taking control of the match again, and then the Union, that guy in the One Piece, man, an eye rake again. You know, I don't like this guy, don't like him. Okay, and yeah, so basically this match is like getting to the penultimate moment, and I'm like, come on, one of these guys is about to make a slip-up, which is going to end this match. And then Young Cash freaking comes out, and the guy from the Union and Young Cash start beating up on Bro Code. Lulu runs down, clears the ring, they all leave. Lulu's like, get back in here and all this. So it ends on a DQ or a count out, I'm not quite sure, but I'm guessing, you know, I'm guessing the titles didn't change hands here. But, so Bro Code are still the champions, but it was a shame to end like that. It was hot tag team action, you know, I was really ready for a title change or a title defense, and Young Cash comes out and causes mayhem. Lula gets the mic, and he stands with Bro Code, and he says, if you sons of a bitch want a war, well, you freaking got one. And I'm like, man, the match didn't end, but there's more coming from these guys. You know, great tag match. I wish it hadn't ended, but sometimes this is what heels do. They make a freaking mess of stuff. So, I gave the match 8.5 out of 10. Very good tag team action. I wasn't expecting anything less. I was really impressed with the match. Really enjoyed it. It's a fair play to Bro Code. And, the Union, don't really like you, but fair play to you. Put a good match. Okay, so next up on the card, we had the World Heavyweight Championship on the line as Arrow, who is the defending champion, took on none other than the man himself, Ryback. And this match started with Ryback just absolutely decimating Arrow, you know, powerhousing him all over. Arrow started making little comebacks, but Ryback just turned it into his own with scoop slams. He grabbed his head, slammed down the mat. You know, he picked him up by his neck, slammed him down on the mat, picked him up, slammed him down on the mat, picked him up, slammed him down on the mat. And at this point, I was just like, this guy's freaking unstoppable. And he hit him with that meat hook style clothesline. You know, Arrow had little bits of comeback, but Ryback was all over him. There's a point where Ryback went off the top rope with an elbow, and this is the point. Arrow quickly rolled out the way, and then he started making a comeback. He did like a tilt-a-whirl body slam, fighting back, and I could feel the fans, you know, especially me. I was behind Arrow, like, come on, man, you can do this. You can do this. But Ryback just cut him down with spine busters, hit him with another meat hook. I think he went for a spine buster, and then Arrow threw his arm over, did that sort of side effect move, and just planted him into the mat. You know, Ryback didn't see it coming. He turns him around into this Texas cloverleaf. Ryback was crawling for the ropes, and he taps out. You know, after an absolute decimation, Arrow comes out on top. And, you know, fair play to Arrow. That's why he's World Heavyweight Champion, because this guy can take a beating and come back and win. I thought it was a bit of a slow match, to be fair. It was good. It wasn't as good as the rest of the matches on the card, as far as I'm concerned. I gave the match a 6.5 out of 10. You know, no offense to everyone. I just think the rest of the card was better. That's just my opinion. You know, Arrow and Ryback, so they went out there, they gave it a good shot. I didn't feel the chemistry between them too much, if I'm honest. I don't know, maybe if I see the match again, if they face off again, maybe I'll feel more chemistry. I just didn't feel chemistry between them at the EWE Free Royal Rumble. That's just my opinion. I'm the opinion of one man. If you don't like my opinion, I apologize. Like I said, the rest of the card was a lot better. But I do really like Arrow. I think Arrow's a great wrestler. So, that's that. Anyway, we're going to move on now to the Divas Championship match, which was Louisa versus Abby. Basically, if you look into the background of this match, Louisa basically said she's tired of beating Sue and wants to beat somebody else. So Abby comes out and answers the challenge. Basically just says to her, Louisa, you're done. you're over. Your days of being the champion are over. Your days of winning are over. That title is going to be mine. You know, old-fashioned. I like it where two people just say, you know what, we're going to do this. And that's what they did. So, yeah, we moved on to the EWE S3 Royal Rumble Divas match. Nice action here. Louisa really heavy-handed, hitting with some power bombs. These two were exchanging Hurricane Runners. Abby did this nice bulldog from the corner, and then Louisa hit her with a rib breaker, which was pretty impressive. Yeah, I was just getting into this match. I was just getting into it. I thought these two women are really going at each other, and then Louisa hits her finishing mover, which looks to me like a shining wizard or something, and it's over. And it was a really short match. You know, I was a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. It started really strong. These two were really going at each other, and the ending just came out of nowhere. I felt the chemistry, you know. I felt these two really wanted to rip each other's faces off. I felt these two really were going to go the mile, go the length. But, you know, that's a testament to Louisa as champion. You know, she just nailed it and retained her title, I guess. I know, I would have preferred a longer match. I would have liked these two to really go at each other and, you know, show their teeth a bit more. It was good for what it was. I gave the match a 6.5 out of 10. You know, it's not the worst Divas match I've ever seen, but it's certainly not the best one. I'd like to see a rematch between the two somewhere down the line. But we'll see. We'll see where EWE goes with the Divas Championship. I like the fact they put it before the Royal Rumble as well. I mean, is that, you know, I don't know. I guess it's almost trying to give the Divas title credibility, you know, putting it in the late slot. So, yeah, fair play to EWE for that. So I think we're going to move on to talk about the main event now, the Royal Rumble match, which was an incredible match. Now, first off, I have my predictions, you know, going into the Royal Rumble. The guys at the top of it for me, who I were predicting to win, you know, I had DJ Hero down, I had Angel, Mr. Black Jr., I had Shadow, and, you know, there was a couple of dark horses in there, mainly Victor X. You know, or, you know, Dark Shark. You know, there's a couple of guys in there that I thought had a good opportunity, good chance to win it. So let's move on to the match. So, to my surprise, you know, I didn't see this coming. DJ Hero's #1. So I'm like, God, you know, DJ Hero, got a lot of respect for the guy. Can he go the distance, though? 30 men, you know, 29 other men that want it just as much as you. You're in at #1. All, you know, all hell is going to break loose for DJ Hero. #2 was Rick. So DJ Hero and Rick started the match. They went at each other, you know. They took it to the fight to each other as best they could. #3 was Rocker, who came down, and, you know, Rocker was looking strong, eliminates Rick straight away. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We get a couple more entrants in the form of Gold Stallion and Dynamite, and, you know, Rocker at this point is just destroying everyone in the ring. And then DJ Hero super kicks him right in the jaw, and he goes over the top rope. And I'm like, man, you take your eyes off DJ Hero for 1 second, and bang, he kicks her in the jaw, and you're eliminated. So that was great. We get Angel making his entrance. I'm not quite sure what number it was, but it was quite early on, for a massive pop from the crowd. You get Kid Wild making an entrance. Angel's, he's getting some moves in, and he gets eliminated. It's a double elimination by the dude with the long hair, the long black hair. He's quite a big guy. I don't know who he is, but he was looking very strong in this match. So, like I say, he did a double elimination, eliminated Angel and somebody else. B-Mad Phoenix gets eliminated by Kid Wild. And then the big black-haired dude, I need to know this guy's name, eliminates Kid Wild. You know, there's some boos from the fans there. Kid Wild, obviously a favorite in there from the fans, and he got eliminated. And then Phenom comes out and finally eliminates the black-haired dude. So I was happy about that. Okay, so next up we got Gingy making his entrance, and then Lulu. Gingy gets an elimination. I didn't see who it was because it was pretty quick after he got in the ring. Lula gets Phenom out. And then we get a couple more entrances in the form of the US champion Kevin. Dark Shark makes his entrance, and it turns into an almost a tag team battle where it's Lulu and Gingy working over Kevin and Dark Shark, who are trying to make a comeback. We get a few more entrances in the form of Double T and then Double D. Kevin eliminates Kevin got eliminated by Dark Shark. And Azrael made his entrance. Double T gets Double D out and then gets Azrael out. Gingy eliminates Double T. And, we're starting to get towards the end of the match now. And I'm like, there's some big names that aren't in here yet. And boom, number 27, Mario Sanchez. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't even realize Sanchez was in the freaking Rumble. This guy's got the opportunity to win this. Lulu eliminates Dark Shark. Number 28 makes his entrance in the form of Victor X, one of the guys that I saw as a dark horse in this Rumble. I like Victor X. I thought he had a good chance in this match. He worked over everyone when he first got in the ring. Then Lulu and Gingy start working together, as they would work over Mario Sanchez and eliminate him. Mr. Black comes in at number 29. What a number 29 entrance. Mr. Black Jr. And then Shadow at number 30. So, the last 4 or 5 entrances in this Rumble were incredible. We're coming out to massive pops. And I thought, Shadow's got a good opportunity here. He's the freshest man in the ring. He was on my list to win the Rumble at the start when I was weighing up the options. Mr. Black Jr. eliminates Victor X, and Victor X is outside banging his hands on the mat. He's absolutely mad and he's angry. It was a shame for Victor X, but it's what happens. And then Mr. Black and Shadow are going at each other, exchanging punches. Mr. Black's got him on the ropes. He's trying to get Shadow out, and Lulu comes up behind him, grabs both their legs, and throws them both out. Lulu double elimination on two of the biggest names in the Rumble, and I was like, whoa, that's impressive. So if you haven't worked it out by this point, the 2 remaining men in the Rumble are Lulu and Gingy of Bro Code, and I'm like, no guys, I don't want to see these two, I don't want to see these two break up over this, because I know what's at hand. But nope, they had an exchange of a stare down, and I felt the mutual respect burning between these two guys, and then it kicked off, exchanging punches, kicks, punches, they're matching each other step by step in terms of strikes. Gingy gets the upper hand, bounces off the rope, over the apron, does that frickin' moonsault springboard DDT, and that move is absolutely nuts. It lays Lulu the hell out. Gingy's in control, carrying this momentum that he's got, and I'm thinking Gingy's got this in the bag, man. Gingy's got this in the bag. Lulu somehow makes a comeback, somehow he's mounting a comeback, and he's got the momentum in his favor, and Lulu's all over him. Gingy starts to make a comeback, and then out of nowhere, Lulu pushes him away, gets up, locks him in a T-bone suplex over the top rope, elimination. Lulu wins the Royal Rumble, and the fans go absolutely nuts. That was some edge-to-your-seat stuff. And that was a really good Royal Rumble, I really enjoyed watching that Rumble. Lulu's celebrating to his music, he's on the turnbuckle, the fans are going mental. Lulu stands in the center of the ring, looks up at the WrestleMania sign, points to it to say, I'm gonna be at WrestleMania. Great moment for Lulu, really enjoyed it. Kid Wilde comes out onto the stage. Gingy walks up to the stage. Lulu leaves the ring after celebrating. All of Bro Code are on the stage celebrating. They hold up Lulu's hands. A very deserving winner. He put on a great performance in the Rumble, and I'm really glad Lulu won it. I'm really glad he won it. And it was a really good feel-good moment when Bro Code were all celebrating on the top of the stage. I gotta give EWE this. They freaking blew the place apart with that Royal Rumble. Incredible. I love the order of the guys. I just love how it was set up. The last 4 or 5 just blew my head off. Mario Sanchez, Victor X, Mr. Black Jr., Shadow. This was awesome. So many people in this Rumble that could have won it, and Lulu pulled it out the bag. That's a lot of respect for Lulu, and it says a lot about how good he is in the ring. So I gave this match a 10 out of 10. you know, absolutely incredible, deserving of the main event slot. I really enjoyed the Rumble. So EWE, please keep up the good work, because that was a freaking awesome pay-per-view overall. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for more EWE stuff. Again, if you want to see me review any more shows from other federations or the same federations that I've already reviewed, link me up, man, because if I've got the spare time, I will love to do it. Everyone, please, obviously, check out the Undiscovered Core Talent. It's a great community. You know, I love the YouTube wrestling community. There's so many different shows, whether it's highlights, whether it's full shows like mine. Everyone puts a lot of effort in, and they've all got their lore and behind-the-scenes stuff that they add onto the wiki. And it's just a great community. I wanna help out more by doing more reviews for you guys. So, you know, please also check out XWF. You know, I got some really good stuff coming up soon, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys would check that out. But I'm the Bear. That's been a pretty long review, so I think I'm gonna cut it off there. But peace out, and thank you all.